Israel's Tinderbox, extremist coups, and the looming threat of civil war. As Israel confronts an unprecedented existential crisis, a labyrinth of complex scenarios unfolds before it, each fraught with uncertainty and discord. On paper, the idea of the nation's armed forces turning against Prime Minister Netanyahu's government might seem like an improbability, a mere fiction of the disturbed mind. However, in the harsh light of reality, it seems that the alternatives are equally troubling and the route to a resolution is veiled in mystery. Firstly, there is the scenario where the fanatics from the Hilltop Boys and the bloodthirsty Kahanists under the leadership of Smotrich and Ben-Gvir voluntarily relinquish their extreme stance. Such a move would halt the pressure on Netanyahu, precluding Israel's descent into a religious state analogous to a Zionist Jewish version of ISIS. However, the likelihood of such an occurrence is exceedingly minuscule considering the zealous commitment these radicals exhibit towards their violent cause. For instance, Ben-Gvir, a man intoxicated by his messianic fervor, sees it as his divine duty to fuel the conflict, fostering closer the grand battle of Armageddon, where he believes the Jews will emerge victorious over their adversaries, transforming them into subservient captives. His twisted ideology fuels his relentless pursuit of his version of victory. His counterpart, Smotrich, presents a more refined version of peace within the land of Israel. His proposed solution to the Palestinian-Zionist conflict lays down three options for Palestinians: assimilation into a Jewish state with incomplete rights, emigration, or death for those who resist with arms. As the unofficial king of the West Bank, appointed by Netanyahu himself, Smotrich has already begun the execution of his nefarious plans. In the case of the Palestinians who opt to assimilate, they would live under the rule of the Jewish state, accepting its benefits while foregoing their national aspirations. Those unwilling to do so would be assisted in immigrating to countries where their national aspirations might be fulfilled or elsewhere globally. However, for those who resist the security forces, strong hand awaits them. Smotrich lauds his plan as the epitome of justice and morality and the only route to peace and coexistence. However, his views are starkly divorced from the reality of the situation, as they seemingly neglect the fundamental rights and aspirations of the Palestinians. Alternatively, an improbable solution might lie in both factions of the conflict, the government and its supporters, and the protesting opposition, reaching a compromise to restore the status quo. However, with Netanyahu prioritizing his personal survival over that of the state he leads, such a resolution appears bleak. The chasms dividing Israeli society have grown deep and wide, seemingly beyond repair. Finally, the prospect of a civil war looms over Israel. A poll conducted by Maariv newspaper and the Lazar Institute revealed that 58% of Israeli settlers fear such a conflict. While this is an option the deep state in the US and Israel is likely to prevent, it could also potentially lead to a modern, innovative military coup with the possibility of orchestrating the demise of Netanyahu and other figures from the religious Zionist camp. Such an event could set the stage for parliamentary elections favoring the right-wing opposition, given the absence of a viable left wing. As Israel grapples with these uncertain paths, the Arab side seems relegated to the role of a spectator. However, the potential influence of the Palestinian resistance could sway the balance, influencing the choice between one option and the other. These are the challenging routes before Israel today, each with the potential to reshape the region's geopolitical landscape. But the right path remains veiled in ambiguity, leaving the world to watch, wait, and wonder.